Alright, so in this video today, I'm going to show you how to easily create your own palette. Now I'm going to recommend, if you have any kind of old palettes or anything like that, like I had this one, I just emptied it out. This came from BH Cosmetics. It had some cream concealers in it, and I just took them out because after, I started upgrading all my makeup products, it was kind of like, that served its purpose. I'm going to empty that out, toss that bad boy, and use this for whatever. So if you have something old like this, definitely you can use it. Honestly, this was the easiest way I found it. This is for me anyway, after all my research of not wanting to go through a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. So basically what I did was I went on MAC's website, and there is no shipping. You don't pay for shipping. Love it. I ended up paying like $8.50 something for this. Now, what I like about this palette is, let's open it up. It has two sides. So you have this sheet of plastic in between that pretty much stops the other eyeshadow or whatever you're gonna have on each side from, falling out onto each other in the palette. So we're gonna start with these. And you're also gonna need these, some magnetic sheets. And I actually saw this from a blogger online, and she ordered them from Ace Hardware, so that's where I got mine from. I ordered them online, and they shipped them to the store, which was like not far from my house. And I went and picked it up. They can also ship it to your house as well if that's more convenient and you don't have an Ace near you. And I believe this was like almost $3. It was like $2.80 something. So definitely worth it. Getting this right here. All right, I'm going to start by cutting a piece. Already taking off the plastic. Well, not the plastic, but pretty much it has a paper backing, and you just peel it off. Just peel it off like so, but we're gonna leave that on for right now. Cool thing about this is already magnetic, but it usually adheres to MAC's eyeshadows. It doesn't adhere to everything, so I'm not sure if any of mine, see? And I probably should not be doing that, and definitely not Coastal Scents. So anyway, so moving on, I'm just going to cut a piece and stick it on the bottom here like so. All right. And bam, voila, you're done. $8, you get two sides instead of you purchasing one of those really thin ones that has the empty pans in it on eBay or Amazon. There you go. And then you still have to depot it, and then it's so thin. It's similarly thin to one of these. So, it might work for some things, but not everything, especially if you have like domed, like one of these numbers here where it's dome, it's a dome round shape. This is definitely not gonna close in this, you know what I mean? See, look. So yeah, so not helpful. So this will work better in something like that, and it has a clay bottom, so you would just stick it on, so that's awesome. All right, and pretty much that's my best suggestion for that. Now, if you have one of these palettes and you have like a lot of old palettes hanging around, what you can do is you can buy the magnet sheets, put the magnet sheets in there, but you'll also have to buy little tin or metal strips that are already pre-cut for stuff like this, and then you can adhere that to the whole magnet sheet that's in here. So you can measure the magnet sheet, cut it to fit in here, and stick the metal pieces on the bottom of the eyeshadow, and then bam, it will stick to it. So that would be a great way if you want to recycle any of these kinds, then I would do that. All right, so this is the finished result. This allows you to carry one palette instead of having to go through two separate palettes, because this used to be in two separate palettes. So now it's allowed me to minimize down. Definitely make sure the tin on the bottom. So this is just a temporary solution just for placement purposes only, but so far everything works. It's all in place. And then this is another one I did. I actually cut open the Ben Nye palette, and I believe it might have held 15 if I'm correct. But anyway, so I was able to fit in way more than 15 clearly. And of course, it wasn't limited to the shape. So that's the cool thing, because the shape was only as big as this one. So cutting it open actually allowed me to be able to stick these on, and these also have magnets on the bottom as well. So they're in there. And all of these are just old palettes, by the way. This came from an old makeup palette that had 2 layers in it. I took it out. And as you can see on the top here, this is the top lid. I actually have this Velcroed on. So, and you see the Velcro there. And the cool thing about this is the only thing with, if you want to be able to have the top and bottom like these, then you're gonna need to make sure that you have a thick one that can afford to have, you know, 2 products sitting over each other versus a thin one. See how thin that is compared to this? This is only gonna be able to hold 1 product, you know what I mean? 1 layer. This could hold 2 on top, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. So, and this is just an old one from BH Cosmetics, but this is one of the ones that I actually emptied out. So I'm probably gonna end up using it for something else once I figure out what that is. But right now I'm just glad that I consolidated down. I got rid of 2 of these. So I managed to empty 2 of these. So that's 2 less things I actually have to go through. Thank goodness, because it's nothing like going back and forth and doing makeup on someone, and then you have to keep trying to go back and forth to a different palette, another eyeshadow palette. So it's kind of cool to actually have my eyeshadows only in 2 palettes, one that I can actually see through, like this one. But look, if you're thinking about doing one of these, you know, especially if you're going to be recycling these, I would definitely recommend not using any kind of super glue or anything. If you do use glue, I would recommend a hot gun with a glue stick, one of these right here, because these are a lot easier to come off when you're ready to pry it off when you empty the pan. You know what I mean? You don't want to be worrying about, oh, I emptied the pan, now the pan is stuck there forever unless I heat it up and burn the palette to pieces, and you don't want to do that. Definitely these, because like I said, it's easy for you to just put something underneath and pry it up, and it's out of there. You can put something else in there to refill it. So anyway, good luck, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you soon. Bye.